What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be going over how the Flash might get his speed back sometime in the rest of the Flash Season 7. But before we get started, make sure that you guys like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment down below any other video ideas for me. So if you guys remember in the last episode of The Flash, that being episode 2, Barry's newly built artificial speed force wasn't only giving him speed, it was giving him a new speed thinking ability, which also somehow took away all of his feelings. But at one point he ended up getting some of his feelings back and realized what he had done. So he destroyed the artificial speed force, which gave him his mind back, but it also stripped him of his speed. So now Team Flash must find a way to get Barry his speed back. Okay, so that was just a little bit of a refresher, so then these theories might make a little bit more sense for you guys. So I'm going to assume that Barry will somehow need his speed for the next episode in order to fight Eva, although it's possible that they end up finding a way to fight her without Barry's speed. But for now, let's assume that Barry gets his speed back in tomorrow's episode, that being episode 3. So we obviously know from recent set photos that Barry talks to the original Wells that was the cliffhanger last episode in the next episode or tomorrow's episode. So it's very possible that he could help Team Flash find a way to come up with a more permanent resolution to the Speed Force. I'm also thinking that Team Flash could somehow use what they learned from building the artificial Speed Force to maybe revive the original Speed Force. That's what OG Wells could help with as well. Maybe they're going to have to revive the original Speed Force no matter what. Another reason I think that is because what are all of the other speedsters across the multiverse thinking right now? They have no speed and they are probably very confused as to what is going on. So I think Team Flash should have to deal with those consequences if they aren't able to get the original Speed Force back up and Barry's the only one with speed. I feel like this could also be another way to introduce more speedsters to the show, maybe more comic book speedsters like Max Mercury, Johnny Quick, Bart Allen. I definitely think some of those guys should at least appear in this season or next season. Probably not this season because of the COVID stuff, but definitely next season is looking like a pretty good opportunity for them to introduce more comic book speedsters, and I'd really like to see them do that. But anyways, another way that they could possibly revive the original Speed Force is by time travel. Now, this one is pretty unlikely because one, I'm pretty sure the Speed Force exists out of space and time, or existed, I should say. So then no matter what time period they could somehow travel to, the Speed Force would always be dead. And two, Barry doesn't really have any speed to time travel with, even if he could, unless there is, like, you know, some residual speed left in his system, sort of like in Season 6 after the original Speed Force died. Even if they were able to time travel, I'm not exactly sure when they would time travel to and what they would do in order to save the Speed Force, but if they end up doing something along those lines, it would be pretty interesting. So all of that would most likely happen if Barry gets his speed back this episode, but if they end up going the whole episode without Barry having speed, this apparent Reverse Flash cliffhanger that we might get at the end of this episode could possibly be related to the Speed Force or Barry getting his speed back. I don't know how they would exactly do that or how it exactly work, but I think it could end up happening, and I'm assuming it would be pretty cool to see as well. But in regards if it's going to be related to the Speed Force or not, I really want to see a Reverse Flash cliffhanger at the end of this episode, because that is the episode that is most likely going to be at the end of, because they were confirmed to have one at the end of Season 6, but Season 6 was obviously cut short, so then the last episode of Season 6 is technically the next episode. We all know that, so hopefully we end up getting a Reverse Flash cliffhanger. I think that would be really cool, and maybe it'll even be related to the Speed Force somehow, or Barry getting his speed back. But yeah, I'd say that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment your thoughts on this video down below, as well as your thoughts on when Barry will get his speed back, or how he will get his speed back. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.